Hello YouTube, my name is Nero TV Support Call of Duty World War II. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Friday is finally here, and therefore it is time for Sledgehammer's weekly community update. Everybody has been so preoccupied with Modern Warfare 2 Remastered over the past week or so that unfortunately people haven't been talking about this game, but that's okay, because Call of Duty World War II received a massive update today that I think is going to make a ton of fans happy. And before you ask, there is no new information regarding Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. I will keep you guys up to date with more information as it becomes available, but for right now, we're focusing on Call of Duty World War II. Let's start things off here by taking a look at the biggest change that was made today. Domination XL has finally been added to the game. The rules of Domination XL are the same as regular Domination, except here, you get 100 points for a kill instead of 50, which not only makes earning score streaks much easier than before, but it also gives you way more experience than you're used to getting while playing Domination. As somebody who has been campaigning for this to be added to the game since the beta, I am very happy with how it turned out, and I'm very happy with how it's playing out so far. Streaks are easy to get in Domination XL, but they're not too easy to get, right? It's not like Timmy No Thumbs is running around calling in paratroopers every single match, unless of course he's drawing requisitions, but that's not the fault of Domination XL, that's the fault of requisitions. The game mode itself is just much better than regular Domination in my opinion, and it feels more alive than normal, right? Because artilleries are finally being called in. Recon aircrafts are actually up in the sky, glide bombs are coming down. It's a much more fast-paced and dynamic experience than what we're used to, which is definitely what I was hoping to see, and so far, across the board, everybody seems to be pretty happy with it. Enjoy it while you can, however, because Domination XL is going away on Monday, March 26th, and at that point, Sledgehammer is going to put up a poll on their Twitter so fans can vote on which version of Domination they would prefer to play, Domination 100 or Domination 50, and maybe, they haven't confirmed this, but maybe, if Domination XL gets more votes, it will become a permanent feature in Call of Duty World War II going forward, but we're going to have to wait and see how it plays out. For right now, enjoy the game mode, enjoy the double experience that's currently tied to Domination XL, and be sure to give your thoughts and feedback to Sledgehammer, whether it's on Twitter or on Reddit or what have you, because if you enjoy Domination XL and you want it to stay, make sure they're aware of that. Moving away from Domination XL for a moment, we have two new weapon balance changes that were made today. So out of nowhere, Sledgehammer decided they wanted to make some of the submachine guns a little bit better to make them more in line with the PPSH, and specifically, the MP40 and the Type 100 were changed. The MP40 now has less recoil than it did previously, which is kind of a small change, but the Type 100 now has a faster fire rate than it did previously, which hopefully is going to make it so this gun actually gets used outside of hardcore, right? Because I get that in hardcore, the Type 100 has been the god gun for a very long time, but in regular game modes where the majority of people play, very rarely do you see people using the Type 100 because it's a 4-shot kill with a slow fire rate, right? It's good at those medium to long ranges, but up close, it gets melted, so hopefully with this update to the fire rate, more people are going to try it out and hopefully give it a chance, because in my opinion, the Type 100 was already a pretty good gun, and now it's a little bit better than previously. Next up, we have a new specialist contract available for the first time in 2 freaking weeks, thank you Sledgehammer, which costs you 4,500 credits and challenges you to get 130 kills in hardcore over the course of 2 hours in exchange for the Volkssturmgewehr assault rifle. If you've been waiting to get the Volkssturmgewehr, now is a very good time. I can say from experience, it's a fantastic weapon. They nerfed it recently, but it's still very good. It's like the STG-44, but kind of a little bit better, honestly. So if you want to get that gun, now is a very good time. Just save up your credits so you can get it that way. Though sadly, it doesn't seem like Sledgehammer Games wants to address the fact that these special contracts are being rotated in and out every 2 weeks instead of being rotated daily like they used to be when they were orders over at Major Howard. Don't get me wrong, I am a big fan of the revamp they did to supply drops recently, but I hate the fact that now we are pretty much 100% reliant on supply drops if we want to get new weapons, right? So if you didn't play during an event and get a new gun with your armory credits, there's pretty much no way for you to get new weapons outside of supply drops. So hypothetically, if you just came back to the game today after not playing since like Winter Siege or something like that, there is currently no way besides supply drops for you to get the Orso submachine gun, for you to get the Reichs revolver or the Enfield revolver or any of the other weapons you probably missed up until this point. It seems like this new system is 1 step forward and 2 steps back when it comes to consumer friendliness, so hopefully Sledgehammer addresses this in the very near future, though chances are they're probably going to remain quiet on it, and throughout the remainder of this game's life cycle, we're just going to see a new weapon and pop up every couple of weeks or something like that, whereas before, it happened literally every single day. So again, we're going to have to wait and see how it plays out, I suppose, but for right now, we have a new special contract available for the Volkswagen, so if you haven't got that gun yet, now would be a very good time. Speaking of supply drops and complete randomness, out of nowhere today, Sledgehammer decided to just give out 5 rare supply drops to millions of random people, and there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason as to who was selected. So you would think someone like me, who plays every single day and is Master Prestige and has done pretty much everything there is to do in the game, you would think I would have 5 rare supply drops waiting for me in the mail today, but no, I had nothing in there for me, whereas other people who were in the same boat as me, they did have 5 rare supply drops waiting for them. But it's not just people who play the game a ton. There are other people who haven't played the game since Winter Siege getting 5 rare supply drops. There are other people out there who barely play, maybe a couple times a week, getting their 5 rare supply drops, but there are other people who did not get them. It's completely random. We have no idea why these were actually given out. Sledgehammer has not yet acknowledged why this is happening, and hopefully over the course of the coming days, everybody is going to get their 5 rare supply drops. But for right now, it seems like they're just basically given out randomly, which is definitely pretty interesting. At first, I wondered if they were maybe giving us reparations for all these supply drops that disappeared after matches and disappeared while leveling up, but that doesn't seem to be the case, right? Because only half the community right now is actually getting these things in their mailbox. So let me know down there in the comment section below, what kind of a Call of Duty World War II player are you? Do you play a couple times a week? Are you a super high level? Like, what kind of a player are you? And did you end up getting your 5 rare supply drops in the mail? I'd love to hear about that down there in the comment section below. But moving away from that for a moment, let's talk about the fact that today, Sledgehammer has updated the Bronze Star Award, otherwise known as the Play of the Game. So what they've done is the Play of the Game now takes into account kills that were earned with lethal grenades, score streaks, and it even acknowledges when weapon switches occur, because of course people do cool stuff like that to get really interesting kill cams. And I think this is actually a pretty great update, right? Because a big joke about the Play of the Game beforehand was it was not the play of the game, it was a play in the game, because randomly it would just give you a double kill somebody got with a sniper rifle, or a random double spray with like a PPSH if he just so happened to hit the person in the head one time. It really wasn't the quote-unquote play of the game. It was just some random double kill most of the time. I remember when I posted my first V2 Rocket gameplay, the comments were just lighting up with you guys laughing at the fact that I go on this 25 gun streak. I call in this rocket that takes out the entire enemy team, the biggest streak in the game, and the quote-unquote play of the game was a sniper hard scoping from a windowsill, right? So this new system hopefully is going to be better than the old one, though as you guys can see from this clip right here, they're still working the kinks out. I imagine it's going to be updated over the course of the coming days. And the final bit of news in today's update is Sledgehammer has given us a glimpse of some upcoming changes they plan to make to the emblem gallery. So in the next major content patch, they are going to add trending leaderboards and recent leaderboards to the emblem gallery, which means that more emblems are going to be noticed, which is definitely a good thing for everybody. In an undocumented change recently, they phased out all of the previous top 50 emblems and replaced them with new ones. I know this for a fact because I happen to be one of the lucky people who got placed in the top 50, mostly because I'm a YouTuber, and on Xbox, they have this really weird system where you can add somebody as a friend, but you're not actually a friend, you're just like a follower of them on Xbox, and plenty of people have done that to me, and when they do that, they basically have me on their friends list, to my understanding, and from there, they were able to like my Borderlands 2 vault symbol, and as a result of, well, you guys continuously adding me and liking my vault symbol, I got placed in the top 50. At my peak, I was actually ranked 27th in the world, though interestingly enough, they phased me out for some reason. I don't know why. I was 27 one day, and the next day I sign in, I'm not there anymore, and I was replaced by a bunch of different emblems that have far fewer likes than mine had. So I have no idea how the system's actually working right now, but regardless, they're finally updating it, which is a good thing for everybody. And unfortunately, I know you guys are going to ask, we have no update regarding paint jobs. Sledgehammer did say previously that they would not give us another update regarding the paint shop until the feature was pretty much ready to go, so fingers crossed that's going to happen sooner rather than later. And speaking of paint jobs, I think it's time that we check out the community celebration section of this week's update because it ties into the paint shop pretty well. This week's Sledgehammer, instead of featuring clips from the community or art from the community, they decided to share some images that people put on Reddit regarding the new candy apple red camo and how much we all love it, right? So as you guys can see, it's a pretty freaking awesome camo, though unfortunately, it's a supply drop only camo. I can't wait to see how this is going to tie into paint shop, right? Because you take this camo and you take these images and imagine what you could put on top of that to make it look even cooler. It's going to be fantastic. I just hope I actually get the camo before paint shop comes out, because again, as somebody who's a freaking master prestige with chrome camo, having completed every single weapon challenge in the game, I don't have this for any single weapon category because it's luck. It's pure luck. It's randomness. It's supply drops. I hate supply drops so much. But regardless, ladies and gentlemen, that is pretty much all for this week's community update. Be sure to try out Domination Xl while you can. Enjoy the double experience, and be sure to continue to enjoy Shipment 1944 because I imagine the Shipment playlist is going to go away in April when Operation Shamrock and All ends. The Sledgehammer has confirmed that the map will not be going away, and it will continue to be free for everybody and be free to enjoy in all standard playlists. But of course, it's really fun only playing on Shipment back to back to back to back to back. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for you guys here today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave your thoughts and feedback on all of today's updates down there in the comment section below, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.